Good afternoon, respected dignitaries, faculty members, and my dear students. Today, we have gathered for a very special occasion and the celebration of Engineers Day along with the inauguration of Smart City Living Lab in our institution.
Indeed, this day holds double significance. Engineers' Day reminds us of the visionaries who shaped our world, and the inauguration of Smart City Lab marks our institution's entry into the new era of innovation, collaboration, and research. We are truly honored to have with us our respected academic leaders, Director Aishwarya ma'am, Principals Dr. Revati ma'am, Dr. R.K. sir, Dr. Bhavan Narayana sir, Vice Principals Gopi sir and Ramkiran sir, Dr. A.R.K. sir and Sureka ma'am, HTPOs, CTPOs, Smart City in charges, HODs, faculty members and staff. Your constant support and vision guide us to scale greater heights.
And it is now our privilege to welcome our distinguished guest from IIIT Hyderabad Smart City Living Lab, Ms. Anuradha Vattam Garu, Chief Technology Architect, Dr. Aftab Hussain, Associate Professor, Mr. Karthik, Research Engineer at Smart City Living Lab, Ms. Ushasri and Mr. Himanshu, researchers. So they came all along from IIIT Hyderabad for our inauguration. Let's give them a big round of applause.
We are delighted to have you with us today. Let's give them a huge round of applause again. So, to begin our today's proceedings, let us first take a look at the journey and milestones of our institution. I now request Bharat to present the college presentation. Kindly direct your attention to the screen as we showcase the growth and achievements of our college.
Yes, thank you so much. Every club, every classroom, and every opportunities. Everything Kiet does, it has only one goal, to make the future leaders, to prepare the future leaders that lead India. Greeting honorable guests and delegate faculty members and all the directors of Kiet group of institutions, I welcome you to this day. And I am very proud to present not only the college, but an institution which has been the reason of becoming leaders and which has been making leaders for a decade or more than a decade now. But before that, let us take a moment to thank a visionary, a mastermind behind this amazing institution, which is, let us give a huge round of applause for Mrs. Vishwam Sri Mahavishnu, the chairman and founder of Kiet Group of Institutions, the real visionary of Kiet Group of Institutions, which led and which made Kiet unique and made Kiet what it is right now. India's first AI college, and still running with a lot of mastermind students. With this, I would like to say that Kiet is the first college of India which adopted the fully AI courses. But what makes Kiet special? You know, a lot of colleges may have a lot of things that makes them special, but what makes Kiet special? You know, as you can see, there are a lot of things which don't happen in other colleges, exclusively at Kiet. But there are few things that we admire and what makes Kiet special. And the first thing I would like to say is the students. Yes, the students who are present here now. They are not just students, they are leaders. They are leading a classroom. They are leading a department. They are the reason of Kiet what has made right now. And that is exactly the leadership program at Kiet. Let me explain you what leadership program is. Let us suppose it is a classroom. All the dots represents the 100 students in a classroom. And can you see the red dots? Those are the team leads. They are assigned with 9 team members for them. And what they do, they take care of the whole team. And that is how they practice leadership from first year itself. Every first year student at Kiet, it's a leader when they get into this college. And not only them, the blue big dot here, it is called Spock or class representative. What they do, they don't have to manage the whole classroom, but they lead and manage the whole team leads. And with that, that is how a classroom functions at Kiet. And that is how students improve their leadership skills from their first day of college. That is what Kites makes a difference. But not only this, to become a good leader, you should be a good communicator. And Kite Toastmasters Club is exactly the right place for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you the Kite Toastmasters Club. So what is Toastmasters? Toastmasters is an international organization which has clubs all over the world. Canada, America, Australia, you name it, we have it. And I am proud to say, Kiet is the only college in Kakinada which has a Toastmaster club. Give a huge round of applause, guys. And Kiet Toastmasters was chartered as August 2020 with the vision of Chairman Sir, which led a number of students to become successful. And you can see the journey of Toastmasters. This group picture of Kiet Toastmasters was at Jubilance, which had 200 plus corporate companies. And we Kiet Toastmasters, our Kiet institution proudly got felicitated and we got an award for being the best college club. And that is an achievement Kiet has made. Give a huge round of applause. But not only this, Kiet has been making wonders in AI. Let me explain you the Kiet Robotics Lab, which had and which bought the India's first college, the South India's first college to buy and run implementations on this Unitary G3 humanoid robot. Our college has bought this robot just for the purpose of students so they can implement and experiment and they can learn AI. And that is how Kiet is leading students way more ahead. And that is how future is going to be. And not only this, our Kiet Robotic Lab students are working on various projects. Likewise, you can see the robot dog here, which they are working on implementing the whole, they are going to automate the whole college and they are going to make this robot fully autonomous. So guys, it can go anywhere in the college, whenever it wants, without any remote or without any help. That is what our Kiet Robotics students are working on. And to promise, and Kiet Robotics Labs promise that in future, there are going to be more and more innovations that going to make a huge difference in the society and in Kiet group of institutions. But not only that, we have another club which has collaborated and has an MOU with IIIT Hyderabad, which is also called as K-Hub, aka Kiet Hub. So what they do in Kiet Hub, the K-Hub, students learn from their mistakes. That is fact. And students at K-Hub, they learn from real life projects and implementing them in K-Hub. They do projects, they code, they learn. And even if they make mistakes, they will be mentors from IIIT Hyderabad. They will be mentoring them in real time. And that is how students at K-Hub learn how to build real life helping projects that can actually make a difference in the society. But not only that, we have an exclusive club, which is Google Coding Club. And I am proud to say, one of our alumni of this club got placed in Amazon for 45 lakhs per annum. Give a huge round of applause for them. In Google Coding Club, the students get to work on real life projects and projects that actually mentored from our seniors. So they will be mentoring their junior students with the experience they have, and junior students which are getting into those clubs, they will be working on real-time projects and hands-on projects which help them improve their coding skills. But not only that, we have another club which was inaugurated today. And we are proud to say that Kiet has a new lab called Smart City Lab. Give a huge round of applause. And it was inaugurated by Honorable Srimati Anuradha Garu, which she is with us. Thank you so much for joining, ma'am. This Smart City Lab has started to make a difference at Kiet. They started doing real life projects, and in future they are going to make Kiet smart Kiet, and that is their vision. And I am proud to say that Kiet has a new club with them, which is going to make Kiet unique in many more ways. And we have another crew which is only focused on cyber and networking, which is called the Cyber Crew at Kiet. You know what they do? They dwell into cybersecurity and networking. These are the students only from the cybersecurity branch, and they really focus on hackathons and real life projects which adds value like networking and hackathons on cybersecurity and CTFs, which is Catch the Flag, which is a hackathon on cybersecurity. It is a cyber hackathon to be precise. So cybersecurity students got the first and second prize in Delhi competition. So that is a huge achievement by them. So let us give us a huge round of applause for them. And not only that, we have few programs which run at Kiet every week and sometimes every single day, which is we have GATE classes. So every week, expert faculties from all over India, from Hyderabad, from Bangalore, they will be coming to Kiet just to give a lecture and train students for GATE. The reason behind this, because our chairman has vision that GATE is going to be a huge mark in the future. So Kiet started preparing its students for GATE, and Kiet started preparing its students for tomorrow. Not only that, we have CRT classes going on for fourth year students, and we are going to officially start the CRT for third years too. So they can give their best of the best in placements. And that is a mark made by Kiet in placements. And we have also called what is called the heartbeat of Kiet, which is weekly hackathon. Imagine students staying in hostel, staying in college 24/7, and they are coding, they are programming, they are working on real life problems statements, and that is what happens in hackathon. In hackathon, clubs like Google Coding Club and K-Hub, they come together and they conduct hackathon with the help of mentors from IIIT Hyderabad and with the help of management. They conduct hackathons for first year, second, third, and fourth year students, so that they can get real life problem solving skills and they can work on their team building skills as well. So every week there is hackathon going, and every week Kiet is not sleeping on Sundays, Kiet is not taking a leave on Sundays, Kiet is working 24/7. But not only this, we have an exclusive opportunity to explore how the corporate world works, or the exclusive opportunity to let the students get an exposure how the corporate world is functioning. And that is called KIOT, which is Kiet Industrial Outlook Tour, which Kiet sends its own students to corporate companies so that they can get an exposure of what is happening in corporate companies. And we are proud to say that these pictures are of the first year students, just 1 month into the college, and they have been to Microsoft and they have met the team of Microsoft there, which is a huge huge exposure and huge knowledge gaining for first years there. And this is how Kiet is training students for the corporate world. And we have an exclusive program called Teach to Learn, which is basically the students have to teach to their entire class coming onto the stage. It mainly focusing on 3 skills. 1, public speaking. 2nd is communication. And 3rd is the subject knowledge. Because Kiet believes the best way to learn is by teaching. And we are making the students to practice from the first year itself. So students not only became good leaders, not good coders, not good problem solvers, but also good speakers as well. And next we have another social services like NCC and NSSS. They basically focus on the well-being of the society and how the students can actually add value and actually add empathy to the society by being in those programs. And Kiet has proud to say that there are number of students who got selected into national security system and national military from NCC. And this is how Kiet has been, and this is how Kiet is going to be. From the beginning till the end, Kiet has always been unique. And we would like to leave a mark that Kiet is not just an institution. It is an house where every student is treated as children, and every student has given the best of the out of the best experience. And Kiet is not where the engineers are made. Not Kiet is where the academic top, not only the academic toppers are made, but Kiet is where the leaders are made. Thank you.
Thank you, Bharat, for that inspiring presentation. Now I invite our director Aishwarya ma'am to deliver the opening address.
Hello everyone, a hearty welcome to all the dignitaries here, Anuradha ma'am, Aftab sir, the team from IIIT, and most importantly all you engineers, faculty, wishing you all a very happy Engineers Day. And to mark this day, as you all know, we've inaugurated the Smart City Lab in collaboration with IIIT Hyderabad. And since the past 1 month, you've been seeing a hub of activity in front of KFC, and all that was towards the inauguration of this lab. And the collaboration with IIIT was formalized sometime in June. And since then, a tremendous amount of effort has been put in both from IIIT and from Kiet, both tangible and intangible efforts. And so far, Kiet team has implemented the air quality monitoring system, and under the strong mentorship of Anuradha ma'am. I have a small anecdote to share here. So when I went to IIIT to request a collaboration, and I was talking to the students there, every student, when I asked them spontaneously to explain what the lab was about, what projects they were doing, the kind of ownership they showed, the kind of clarity they had regarding what the lab was doing, what their contribution is technically and non-technically. It really surprised me, and it led me to believe that this was going to be a wonderful collaboration. And thank you, ma'am, for transforming our students to be self-driven and self-reliant explorers. I think that's a true mark of great mentorship. Thank you. And we look forward to implementing many more great projects in collaboration with them. And on this occasion, I want to talk about something, another thing. This is something also we were discussing some time ago, that when you think of, you're all third years, no? So when, even though you're AI students, sometimes when you think of AI technology and the fascinating things that are happening with the help of Gen AI and AI, what do you feel? It's kind of like a double-edged sword, right? On one side, you feel exhilarated with all these fascinating things happening. The other side, you feel FOMO. Have you heard of FOMO? Come on, you're all on Instagram and all. You must have heard of FOMO, right? Ain't it that fear of missing out? There's so many wonderful things happening. Ayyo, me mandulo part lemu. We are not a part of it. Can we do it? Can we do such huge implementations? You feel that, right? But I tell you, in all these years of AI, if it were ever so accessible, it is now. That if you want to do something, you have the education for it, you have the environment, the college that supports it, and you have the tools at your hands, right? And whatever you want to do, they don't have to be huge things. Recently, I was reading an article where small interventions had a big impact. Like someone was able to scan the faces of children and detect if there is any malnutrition, right? And small practices in agriculture, there were challenges and they were able to address them. So Meeru, if you can start with your family, I'm sure a lot of your families are into small businesses, other businesses, agriculture, right? And you already know some of the pain points. And there are so many villages around Kiet where you can go and meet them, right? You already go as part of your NSS, NCC. So if you go and talk to them about small pain points, you can find solutions. Sometimes you might not know what to ask. Even for that, there is ChatGPT, right? How can I find pain points in the communities around me? So as part of your PLG groups, I want all of you to come up with some format of exploration, how you can engage with your local community and find solutions for them. And I want that to be your inspiration for this Engineers Day. And I look forward to hearing all those ideas. And also, just to remind you, there is an expo going on upstairs in the seminar hall. So please take a moment to visit the expo. There are wonderful ideas going on there. So either you go and inspire them or get inspired. Okay, happy Engineers Day again. Thank you.
Thank you, Aishwarya ma'am, for that smooth opening address. And I now request our respected principal, Dr. Revati ma'am, to address the gathering. And ma'am will also have the honor of introducing our chief guest, Miss Anuradha Garu.
Good afternoon, respected dignitaries, and today's chief guest, Anuradha ma'am and her team, and my dear students. Very good afternoon. And Smart City Lab, right? Kiet Smart City Lab. So it's a great journey. We can say it's a great journey. We experienced and learned a lot of things under the supervision and mentorship of Anuradha ma'am. So there is a saying like every stone can be sculpted in the right way. In the same manner, when ma'am and her team took a pilot batch of students from our college, most of them started with very little interest, very little interest. But with her proper guidance and planned mentoring, those students slowly transformed into a confident and knowledgeable team. This is a big achievement, and we are really thankful to ma'am for her consistent support. Dear students, I request all of you, please utilize the Smart City Lab opportunity to practice, learn, and improve your skills so that you can also become part of such great smart innovations, whether you want to explore things under NCC or NSS, it's up to you, but just being part of that new innovation, just explore new things, experience the things. That is what I request from my end. And on this occasion, I feel very happy to share Anuradha ma'am profile with all of you. Actually, Srimati Anuradha Vattam is a Chief Technology Architect at IIIT Hyderabad Smart City Research Center, where she is leading the campus transformation into a living lab for smart solutions. She has more than 20 years of experience in India and the USA, both in industry and academics. Her expertise in digital twin, IoT platform, scalable architectures, data standardization, and smart city integrations. She has also worked on several advanced systems such as satellite payloads, electronic warfare systems, telemetry, radiation monitoring, industrial automation, and space technologies. Her strength and passion are embedded in mostly embedded systems and creating complete solution for that. Her journey is truly inspiring for all of us, and her presence today is a great motivation for you and for all of the academia who are present here. On this note, I would like to invite our respected chief guest, Srimati Anuradha ma'am, to kindly come forward and address the gathering. Give her a round applause, all of you.
Do we need that light? Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Engineers Day. I'm also an engineer. Can you wish me? Thank you. Thank you. Actually, I'm really elated, like hearing Revati madam's and Aishwarya ma'am's word. And Aishwarya madam was talking about the first visit. So to complement that, like when I met her, and when I came here the next time to Kakinada College and I met Vishwam sir, I found that the management is clear. They want to get the students to a real greater heights and they had the intention. That was really motivating to me. I thought, yeah, they are interested. And students, they wanted to do something. So I thought, why not I do whatever I can do to get the students to the required heights. That was the only small step which I have made, though they try to explain it in a bigger way. So it's only a small step. Thank you. And I think Revati madam was explaining, I have been with the industry almost 28 years with defense, aerospace, and electronics was my passion. And every time, like whenever I try to fix a small design or a high-end EW system, whenever I did it, I used to get that, I always use the word, that kick, right? Everyone can relate to that word? No? No one saw the movie? Or is it a rule that all the students should be quiet in a discussion? So you have seen that movie, right? Good. So it is like whenever you achieve something, you only solve a problem, fix a problem, then you will know how much enjoyment you get. It's like you can't measure it. That is how it has been motivating almost more than 30 years for me to be an engineer and continue doing something in the hardware and something which is useful to the people. And generally as an engineer, like engineer has a role. It is like we need to create things, create solutions. It should be that, like, let me say, after you come to my age or beyond that, you should start thinking what I have done. Did I do anything to the society? Did I make any difference in one's life? That should be the motivation because the whole country is looking forward for the engineers to make a transformation in the society. So you have a huge responsibility. And now the technology is like readily available to you, right? And I was just going through browsing. You know that today why it is called Engineers Day? It is like Moksha Gundam Vishweshwaraya. He was the first engineer. And I was seeing the data. He was born in 1860 and he was the first engineer. And do you know who was the first woman engineer? And there were 3 women engineers, like Theresia, Lalita, and one more girl, like I'm not able to remember. They were born in around 1919. That is, after the first male engineer, 1860, 1990. Almost after 60 years, first lady engineer was born. And just imagine becoming the first woman engineer. I think her name was Lalita. And like trying to face, there are a lot of difficulties. Like now also in some places, parents don't allow. They say that women, let her sit at home. By sending to engineering? If your parents have sent you to do engineering means, they have put a lot of effort and you have a lot of responsibility towards it. They are encouraging you to study. And by the way, men, they need to be engineers. Don't worry, I will come back to you also. I'm trying to say, like, for women, how much hardship they went through to become the engineer. So we need to really appreciate where we stand, what are the blessings we are having, and try to make use of it. And one sincere request is, lot of social media pressure is there. Everyone, peer pressure, all those things. You have lot of time ahead to enjoy social media or engage in those activities. When you are in a college, this is high time to learn lot of things as much as you can and enjoy that way. Please don't get really biased by the social media pressures. It's okay. After 50 years also, you can do that only. no issues. But learning you can do only in college. And anything like now, people may be saying, I have chat GPT. Why should I sit and listen to 1 hour lecture? The one thing, like I was talking to the madam earlier, and one thing I really understood, like when you attend a lecture, so the teacher must have done some few hours of work to try to compile the lecture for the students. That means she might have gone through hundreds of pages, try to understand the kids' mentality. So do you think ChatGPT can understand all those things and give you the input? No way, right? So it is like learning from teachers is always a must. And maybe now you may feel about something they are saying, and now Anuradha madam is giving one more lecture. But the thing is, now you may feel it's on the lighter side, but as you grow up, you realize how much related they are. Whatever they were saying is so true. That is the reason we need to really have that listening. Yes, 2 big ears we have, right? Listening always available. We need to understand what we can listen, what we can understand. And one more thing in general, like I was going through some other material also for engineers, all male, female engineers. Earlier, one invention, like 1800, Graham Bell, telephone, then after 100 years, one more invention happened. I think one is Edison first, Graham Bell next. So it used to be like every 100 years or every 40 years, one new invention used to happen. Now, within 10 years, we had a Nokia phone, small phone with all the buttons. And now so many features, technology is advancing so fast. So we have limited time to learn a lot of things. If you want to be on par with the technology, you need to really put a lot of effort, right? And ChatGPT, all these tools, they're useful. But before that, you need to have the foundation stuff pakka. So unless you understand what is the concept, what is the basic requirements, you can't use the tools. Means our brain should be properly used. They always say, I don't know, Jawaharlal Nehru, you try to use 90% of the brain. So there are a lot of nerve cells inside, right? People say that a lot of people use only 10%, 5% of their brain. So if you may see iron vessels at home. If you don't use, what happens? Rust, తుప్పు పడుతుంది. తుప్పు పట్టిన దాంట్లో ఏమైనా చేయొచ్చా? ఏం చేయలేం. మళ్ళీ పీచు పెట్టి రుద్దుతూనే ఉండాలి కదా. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ సంథింగ్, ఇఫ్ యూ కీప్ ఇట్ idle man's brain is a devil's workshop, right? So keeping it, learning things, it really motivates you. So like I just try to share, like my father, when I was small, he used to say, the thing is, don't ever feel indispensable, that you are doing so much. Whatever you do, you don't try to think big. And he was giving an example of a dog lying below the fully loaded cart. The dog is sleeping below the cart and it tries to think, Hamma, I am carrying the whole load. But the actual fact is, only the cart is carrying the load. So we need to understand the basics. We are not indispensable. What are the things we learn, and where, and like how much more we need to learn. I don't know, you heard of this Robert Frost, I think. I always get that. R.L. Stevenson or Robert Frost. There is a poem, Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening. So for me, I believe that last line. Anyone remember the last line? That poem, Stopping by Woods on the Snowy Evening? No? Did you ever read that poem? So there is a last statement called, there are miles to go before I sleep. So whether you are 10, 20, 30, 50, 60, every time there is a lot more to learn. It's not that I'm done with it. I did IoT, I did air quality, wow, I'm great. Then your learning ends there. you need to understand what is the next step. What is the next step? That is how your growth should happen. And you are very well privileged, like your management wants to see how you can grow, and you all have fresh minds, and you got a privilege to be an engineer. So it's the right time you try to groom yourself, understand where you want to go, what is your roadmap, and understand like what all you want to go. Then your goal is set, path is set. So I request like all engineers, like please think what is the purpose of being in a college, what are you trying to learn, and then really focus towards it. That will definitely help you. Because I have been I started my career before you people were born mostly. 1990 was my first job at ACIL. So I have been with the technical field. Lot of times I left my job, personal reasons. But whenever I want a job, I could get it. So a lot of people used to ask me, how come anytime you'll be getting a job? So what I said is, whatever first job I did it with interest. I know what I did, why I did. So if you have the basics good, companies will be after you. If you don't have the basics, company initially may take you, but again they may leave you alone. So get the basics right. That really helps you, and people will be after you. When you are strong in your concepts, everything, people will be after you, because lot of people, lot of companies need engineers, and the country also needs engineers, right? So all this is like generally I'm good at Gyanbot. So that was the initial session. So I have been here, like I was with IIIT for almost 5 years. I take care of the Smart City Living Lab there. And I have set up almost more than 300 nodes with 10 domains with the help of our team. We have a group of faculty associated, 6 faculty helping me, and lot of engineers, students which are part of the team. And without the team, I wouldn't have done anything, that is for sure. So I had a real good team which brought things in place, somehow like being the right person, right time and right place, it happened. And when Aishwarya met, so we thought, let us say we have it there. Why don't we spread the knowledge? Why don't we bring it to Kiet? So that even Kakinada Kiet students can do something. Let us say like they can spread to the whole Kakinada city. That means it is a great difference to the country, and it is like your engineering efforts are utilized, right? So we are trying to attempt different domains, and we have done air quality now, and we are trying to aiming at water, then energy, and try to see then applications, lot of visualization, AI, architectures, lot of things will be covered. Maybe next time when you get a chance, you can visit to IIIT Hyderabad and see where we are aiming towards. It's a good opportunity. If people are interested, please be part of it. At least do something practically and understand how the impact would be. And one more thing, like earlier, Aishwarya madam was saying, you try to think at your home, what are the problems faced by your parents or your neighbors? Try to identify and think with the engineer's mind how you can solve that problem. Can I make a difference? You approach a faculty. This is my family problem, like technical thing. I'm trying to figure out. Can you advise? And try to find a solution, and just see if you make like a lot of people, like their mothers would be thinking, did I turn my gas cylinder off or on before coming out, right? That's a common problem. Can we just put a sensor and say, your gas sensor is off or on, right? You put a sensor and you just tell your mom, don't worry, you look in your phone, you'll know it. How much peace of mind it would be? And some of your fathers may be farmers. Nighttime they will be going to the field to turn on the bore motor. Can we automate that? How safe it would be to the family? You need not worry from here whether your father is safe or not. And even daily course, accounts, how do I manage? You create an app for them. So there are small things. Start looking into such things rather than reels and Insta and social media. I really am against it. So because it's like you can do it many times later on. Put your minds on technology and do some solutions which are useful to the society. At least to yourself, your family, society, and more. So that is what I try to say. And actually, we are hoping that collaboration would go to the next level, and we want to take it to net zero campus and make it useful to the colleges, villages around, and communities around. And I am always open to hear from you any ideas, any problems where we can find solutions together. We are always open, and our triple IT team will be able to suggest or mentor you to get to the required solutions. And once again, thank you all for the time, and for you all for listening to me for so much time, and all the best to you for a happy Engineers Day. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Let me introduce Dr. Aftab M. Hussain, Associate Professor at the Smart City Living Lab, IIIT Hyderabad, to the stage. Dr. Hussain is a distinguished researcher in IoT devices and smart city technologies with several research publications to his credit. He has significantly contributed to developing innovative solutions for urban challenges through the Smart City Living Lab. We are honored to have him with us today. Let us welcome Dr. Aftab Hussain with a huge round of applause. May I request Director Aishwarya ma'am to kindly felicitate Dr. Aftab Hussain. Please give him a round of applause. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Engineers Day. People have been talking about problem solving a lot. And, everybody has been saying that we should be looking at problems from our own life, from our families and everything else. I'll give you a couple of examples of this. I mean, if you are thinking that this is a little too abstract, I'll give an actual problem that actually happened to me. My younger kid is now 6 years. 3 years ago, when he was a 3-year-old kid, you know how 3-year-old kids are, they'll run around everywhere. He was running around when we were going somewhere. This guy's running around on the road, and a two-wheeler hit him. Okay? Now, he fell very sort of badly on the road, and, bruises everywhere, and blood and everything else. Of course, he's okay now. But very traumatic incident for all of us. I mean, if, you can imagine as a parent, as a dad, I'm very angry at the fact that he was, involved in an accident. But as a researcher, it got me thinking. These two-wheelers that are coming on campus in IIIT are typically, delivery workers. I mean, gig workers, Swiggy, Zomato, people who are trying to deliver something, right? I realized that their entire problem is they want to deliver one thing from point A to point B fastest, right? They want to go from point A to point B fastest because they can then make the most money out of it. Like whatever delivery is there, if they can finish it quickly, they can get the next delivery and the next delivery and the next delivery. So their problem is that they do want to actually, do this quickly. Now I started thinking, timing them in terms of how fast they delivered is easy. I wanted to know whether they drove safely while they were delivering this. That's a tough problem to solve, right? So how do you know that they actually drove nicely also while they were delivering? So we started doing some research, okay? We figured out, I assembled a team of students. We started figuring out things like what are the driving behaviors of people in two-wheelers. The first thing we realized is there is really no data about this driving behavior in two-wheelers, right? A lot of, four-wheeler driving behavior exists. The data for it exists because Western countries have done immense studies on how people drive. But two-wheelers being very popular in India and the neighborhood of India, nobody has really done a lot of data sets on it. So there we saw an opportunity. So we said, we'll make it, right? We'll be the first in the world to start making publicly available data sets on two-wheeler driving behavior. Okay? And we did that. It's available online. It's publicly available online. You can go and, sort of download it and, read through it and use it. That is one. The second thing we did is we actually created an entire two-wheeler. Okay, so we have this two-wheeler on campus. If you're ever in IIIT Hyderabad, I'll show you. We have this two-wheeler where we have all of these. There is a LiDAR on top of it. There are cameras everywhere, IMU sensors, all designed from scratch by me and my team. And we basically drive that two-wheeler around with different subjects, and we basically ask them to drive in different conditions and get information from there. Right? So this two-wheeler platform now is actually being replicated other places, just like Smart City Living Lab has a collaboration with Kiet. We have a collaboration with other universities who are, replicating this two-wheeler platform now. Right? So one problem, right, not only led to an entire data set being created, it actually led to an entire, a two-wheeler mobility program across the country. At present, we are basically, supporting or sponsoring 9 different researchers in 9 different universities across the country to do two-wheeler research and to make two-wheeler driving safer for Indians. Right? So that entire program came out of the fact that I was, something that could have been just a offhand accident. I didn't let it be an offhand accident. I said, okay, what can I do to solve this problem? Right? That's what people are talking about here. When Anuradha ma'am and Ashwara ma'am are saying that look in your own life. There are a lot of problems in our own life. Lot of problems. Another example I'll give you, if you guys have a phone right now, you can, Google this. There is a company called PyStar.tech. Okay. I am the co-founder of that company with one of my students. And the story behind this is also very similar. I had, slip disc as one point of time, bed rest, backache, everything, spine issues were there. Doctors told me that I was not sitting properly in my chair. That's why that problem has occurred. So then I said, the chair definitely knows that I'm not sitting correctly, right? How do I get that information from the chair? So the answer to that question is you make a smart chair. You make a chair with pressure sensing systems such that it tells you that you're not sitting correctly, right? So we, again, with the help of my research student, made an entire chair. That chair is now a product. That product is now hosted by a startup. That startup is now owned by that student. And both of us, basically, we just went to Singapore a couple of months ago to launch that at a global scale. So that product is now basically out in the market. Right? So a smart chair that will tell you whether you're sitting correctly or not is out there. It's there because of the fact that I was trying to solve my problem. One of the reasons why that helps is you have a motivation from within you. Your own spinal cord will not let you rest easily unless you solve that problem, right? If I give you a problem or somebody else gives you a problem, you may or may not attach to it, as much as you would to something that is your own, problem. Your parents are, suffering with it, or your mom or your dad's problem is there, or whatever they have been facing in life. You want to solve that problem. There is an internal drive for it, right? It's not because of the fact that some teacher told you to solve it, that's why you're solving it, right? So those are the kinds of problems that are definitely very interesting to solve. My supervisor always used to say that engineers can solve all problems. They just don't know what the problems are. Okay? So you should basically look at those and figure out what those problems are. And once you know the problem, you can solve it. We can figure out something or the other to make it at least better, if not completely solve it. So definitely, look around and see what you can do. I would like to congratulate you guys because I think you're in a very good place, to be honest with you. Very lucky that you guys are here. You have some very motivated faculty. You have great infrastructure, very peaceful campus. This is the campus where I would have liked to be to solve problems, So it's a great place, right? state-of-the-art labs are also there, peaceful environment is also there, faculty is also motivating. So now just, go and start looking at what you can do and really sort of develop deep solutions that will actually impact not only your lives, but of the lives of everybody around you and hopefully the entire nation. All right, that's all I have. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aftab sir, for your valuable insights. So now I invite Ms. Usha Magadali, a researcher at Smart City Living Lab, IIIT Hyderabad, to address the gathering, and also she will also have the privilege of inviting the dignitaries onto the stage for the signing of the statement of work, which is SOW. Let's welcome her with an applause.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone. No energy. Kietians! There is no energy at all. Come on. Everyone, good evening. Thank you so much. Happy Engineers Day, everyone. So for the Kite Smart City Lab, there is a wonderful journey that we have done in the past 3 months. I can't put it in words, so I'll just show it in actions. I request for this projection. invited? Want to be part of it? Okay, fine. So I request all the dignitaries to come onto the stage for the signing of the SOW. Ma'am.
All of you know that Ushasri is the alumni of Kite. Are you all aware? Do you want to give some good cheers to Ushasri? Big. Thank you.
Everyone cheer up. We are getting ready for stage 2.
To give the context, we are signing a SOW, scope of work for the stage 2, which will be commencing officially from today onwards for next 4 months in deploying water quantity, home automation and indoor air quality. Let us give a big applause. Thank you.